up, everybody? This is my name is H.Y. Black, also a professor in women's wrestling. Here today, give my review of WoW Women's Wrestling Season 2 finale. The Season 2 finale of WoW, right here on the PW Hustle Zone. Now, before I even start with the review, there were breaking news that broke minutes before the finale on the WoW social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, that WoW Women's Wrestling will be going on tour in the fall. That's right, there's no clickbait, there's no BS, this is legit. WoW Women's Wrestling will be going on a tour around the world in fall 2020, and they want you to voice your opinion. Which state do you want to see WoW Wrestle in the fall during their world tour? They'll go to wow.info to vote for your hometown, vote for your favorite city that you like visiting from time to time. Vote, let your voice be heard. Let them know where you want to see WoW Wrestle, which state, which city. Let them know. Go to wow.info and vote. There's no time limit, no deadline. You can vote anytime. Go to wow.info and tell them where you want to see WoW Wrestle in 2020 in the fall. And that being said, let's get my review of WoW season finale, part 1. And so it starts off with a little bit of a recap of what happened in season 2, and also a recap of WoW Tag Team Championship tournament, and what led Fire and Adrenaline to the finals, and also having Hazard, the Monster of Madness, to the finals. And those two will be going at it for the WoW Tag Team Championships later on in the episode in the main event. But before we get to that match, we gotta get to the first match of the night, which is a six woman tag as the Psycho Sisters, Fury, Razor, and Pennywise. Mesmeriah, taking on the team of Sassy, Massy, Chantilly, Chella, and one half of the Bully Busters, Keta. And you're wondering where Stephy Slays. She will be going against Abilene Maverick in the second part of the season finale of WoW. But this match, a lot of craziness going on at the beginning of the match. You have there's a lot of just chaos. Like everybody wasn't fighting all over the place, outside the ring, inside the ring. It's like it started to like slow down in the middle of the match, and having like a good sequence between Chantilly, Chella, and Fury. So Chantilly, Chella, always good with the kicks. She's a pretty good striker, and just Mesmeriah in this match. Mesmeriah wasn't that good. She wasn't only in there for a short time, I believe, but I'm not gonna sit here and bury her. I will say that she does need a lot of work to do in the ring. I haven't seen any of her matches outside of WoW, but I think for now she just needs to work on being a manager for the Psycho Sisters and work on being a wrestler later on, because she's not there yet. She's not as good as Fury or Razor at the moment. I'm not saying that she sucks, but she just needs a lot of work to do. I'm just being honest. I'm just being objective. But I digress. The match ends with Razor hitting Keta with a clothesline in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. The Psycho Sisters pick up the win. And Razor sends a message to the future tag team champions that they want the gold, or silver, as Dave McClain put it. They want the silver, and it doesn't matter who wins the titles, whether it be the Monster Madness or Fire Adrenaline. They don't care if you're tall like Braun Strowman or short like Kevin Hart. They want those titles because they like signing things. And if I were the tag team champions, I would have 2 eyes up on the back of my head, because it's not gonna be the Psycho Sisters you need to worry about. Not just those 3. You gotta worry about another 3 woman group that were making a debut after the match. I'll get to that in a little bit. But next match was Disciplinarian alongside Smash Mart, taking on the artist formerly known as Tessa, Reyes. And I gotta say, Reyes has been really good. It's been really fun to watch this season. From being as Tekka to transforming to the Pearl of the Philippines, Reyes. It's been really, good, great transformation. She's been lighting up this season, having great matches from Tessa Blanchard to the Temptress, and in this match against the Disciplinarian as, excuse me, yeah, the Disciplinarian taking control in the match early on. Yeah, but you see Reyes coming back, getting the crowd behind her, and as soon as she gets ready to close things out, you have Samantha Smart getting the ruler to the Disciplinarian, and the referee stops her, but Samantha Smart gets the ruler back, and the Disciplinarian sets up Reyes to get hit with the ruler, but Reyes move out of the way, and the Disciplinarian gets hit with the ruler, thanks to Samantha Smart. Reyes get the cover. Samantha Smart pulls the referee out of the ring when it came down to 2, but Reyes super kicks the taste out of Samantha Smart and knocks her out of the rest of the match. Reyes goes up to the top for the Sky Twister. Boom! 1, 2, 3. Reyes picks up the win, and a pretty good win if you ask me for Reyes. As for Miss Disciplinarian and Miss Samantha Smart, I mean, it had not been good to them at all ever since, losing to the tag team championship tournament, having Abilene Maverick of all people as their partner. It's just been going downhill from there. I mean, she had one win this season against Stephy Slaves. That was because of help from Abilene Maverick. But other than that, she hasn't really been the same. I mean, she has had anger problems. She claims that she doesn't. But her and Samantha need to go on back to the drawing board and learn how to get some wins under their belt. Hopefully they get turn it around next season. But before we get to the main event of part 1, you have Gabby Laurent, the Wild interviewer, and also Empire Wrestling interviewer. I'm trying to get some questions out of Having a Hazard and Fire and Adrenaline before their tag team championship finals match. And a lot of people have been questioning Fire and Adrenaline, spot in the finals. They was the one they got pinned in the match. They were on the outside, while Having a Hazard got the pinfall victory over Voodoo Doll and Hoildead. But a lot of people saying that them being in the tournament is a fluke. I mean, they don't really deserve being in the tournament. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but they like being an underdog. They want to prove everybody wrong. They want to prove that they can win the tag team championships, and they gotta do it tonight. And you know what? That gotta be that. I mean, these are my pick to win the tag team championships. I mean, I did pick Grizz and Glam. I did pick them, but they end up getting losing the match because of Dixie Darlings stealing their boots. You remember that? I do. I still can't forget the fact that Fire threw a shoe at Jesse Jones. Again, I gotta ask, who threw the shoe? Honestly. But anyway, I digress. You get to the main event of part 1 of the season finale. You have Fire and Adrenaline taking on the Monster Amandas, Havok and Hazard for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And this match was a great match all around. You have Havok being just too strong, too tough to take down. Just the size of Fire and Adrenaline, you can't take Havok down by yourself. You gotta have both of you guys. You take down a monster of a woman of Havok. Even then, you can't really take down this monster. And Havok's taking control of this match early on, alongside Hazard, and it comes down to Havok just not keeping up, couldn't keep up with Adrenaline and Fire, as Adrenaline getting the hot tag from Fire, no pun intended, and she takes out Havok with a big kick to the face in the corner. And Havok comes in. Havok gets caught by a roll up from Fire in the corner. 1, 2, 3, and you're new. WoW Tag Team Champions. Fire and Adrenaline, they are the third team to win the Tag Team Championships in WoW, joining alongside Case Heat and all American girls, Santana Garrett and Amber Neal, and well deserved, if you ask me. I mean, both of these chicks, Adrenaline, aka Diamante, Fire, aka the girl on fire, Kira Hogan, these two have been overlooked by Empire Wrestling in my opinion, and especially Diamante, who I thought could be a future knockout champion, but ended up being just let go from Impact because he was injury prone. And that was the case. So they could have kept her to have her be a future champion for WoW, or for Impact, having her and all the LAX holding the gold. That'd be a huge moment for LAX. As for Kira Hogan, see, now they're not really using her that much anyway, because they having her be frenemies with Massy Wing, the so-called black and woman leader. It's just a little bit boring. I want to see Kira Hogan go out and fight for the knockout championship. See, that damn good. She is very underrated in that knockout roster, if you ask me. But it very well deserved for these chicks, Fire and Adrenaline, Diamante, Kira Hogan, well deserved. Congratulations. But they didn't have time to celebrate, as these three chicks, Exile or whatever they're calling themselves, they come in and attack Fire and Adrenaline after their championship win. And one chick's name is Exodus, the redhead chick, and the other black hair chick, her name is Genesis, I believe. And I'm not gonna acknowledge the third person that was in that group. I'm not gonna even not say her name, because quite frankly, that doesn't deserve the clout, doesn't deserve the attention. This chick has been known as being a professional piece of crap, a professional piece of garbage. I've seen it for myself. I heard it from a lot of people. She pretty much buried the whole WoW roster with her promo, and she buried a lot of other promotions that she wrestled for in the past. So I'm not gonna even acknowledge this chick, nor give her the attention that she thinks that she deserves. But I digress. Congratulations to Fire and Adrenaline, the new WoW Tag Team Champions, and that was part one. Let's see what happens in part two. Alright, so part two of the season finale of WoW, we have Princess Aussie taking on Hoildead. Now, this feud and this storyline between Princess Aussie, Hoildead, and the Voodoo Doll Siren has been very interesting storyline, because it was Princess Aussie that defeated both Hoildead and the Voodoo Doll separate matches last season of WoW. In this season, we have both of them taking Princess Aussie to the back with no explanation why. We don't know what was going on in that situation. We do know that the Voodoo Doll burned the bamboo sticks that Princess Aussie takes to the ring almost every matchup, and we were trying to figure out what was there any changes that was going through the mind of Princess Aussie, but we haven't seen any changes. We haven't seen any turns of events from Princess Aussie, except for the fact that she attacked Men's Mariah, Pennywise, during the match between Hoildead, Siren, and Psycho Sisters, causing Psycho Sisters to move on to the tournament. So I think this is like a proving ground match. See if Princess Aussie has what it takes to be on her own, or be part of the dark side alongside Hoildead and Voodoo. So this was a pretty damn good match. I mean, very good back and forth matchup between Aussie and Hoildead. I mean, Voodoo did nothing. She didn't distract anyone. She didn't interfere. She was standing there, just looking on both Princess Aussie and Hoildead. There was a pretty good match between DT2. Hoildead took control of the match early on, but Princess Aussie got back up. She kept on fighting, got in the crowd behind her, and there was one point in the match, the closing segment, You having Hoildead almost connected with another suplex, just like she hit one earlier on in the match. But Pyscho hit her with a knee on a turnbuckle, falling down in the middle of the ring, and that's when Pyscho hits her patented false splash, saves the 8 Guerrero 1, 2, but no, the Psycho Sisters, Miss Mariah, Razor, and Fury come out and attack Pyscho and Hoildead, and Voodoo comes in and trying to save Hoildead and Aussie, but it was just chaos. A huge fight breaks out to the point that all the referees had to come out and break it up. I mean, this had to be payback for what Princess Aussie did to costing a Psycho Sister to a chance to move on to the tournament. They could have been in the finals if it wasn't for Princess Aussie distracting them and losing the match against Voodoo and Hoildead. So I kind of saw it coming, but what does it mean for the whole alliance or storyline between Hoildead, Voodoo, and Princess Aussie? I mean, I guess we gotta wait till next season to find out what happens next, because I don't think this storyline is over with Aussie, Hoildead, and Voodoo. Just saying. But before we get to the next matchup of this episode, you have Jenny Buzz being honored by Tessa Blanchard and Daniel McClain, while most of the wild superheroes are surrounding the ring, and Jenny Buzz being honored by Tessa Blanchard, giving her a competitive replica championship, a world championship, and pretty much a thank you to Jenny Buzz for pretty much putting the WoW together, putting WoW on a map, putting it on cable TV and access TV, and it's like, yeah, thank you, Jenny, for doing this for not just the WoW superheroes, for the WoW superhero fans, for just knowing that seeing the talent and the hype that it was WoW Women Wrestling and putting on access TV. Help you and Dan McClain and Mark Cuban helping each other out and putting WoW on access TV. So yeah, thank you, Jenny Buzz, for putting WoW on the map and having us watch some great women's wrestling every weekend, whether that be on Friday or Saturday. So thank you. In that segment we have Eye Candy, aka Willow Nightingale, and this was when she was injured. She broke her neck during an indie show several months ago, and talk about how hard it was to sit at home, sit in the hospital, watching WoW, and not being able to be part of something special like this. And I don't care if you're I'm not a fan of Willow Nightingale, Eye Candy. Having your neck broken like that, damn near almost, having a broken neck is not no joke. I mean, I haven't gotten a broken neck, but I know how seeing it from other wrestlers, other people, it's no fun. I mean, having her, just suffering through the pain and just not, be able to do what she loves, is very, you feel bad for someone like that. So I'm happy that she's back in the ring now. I mean, she just won the Sakara Tag Team Championships alongside her tag team partner Solo Darling, the Birds and the Bee. So congratulations to Solo and Willow, and hopefully we see Eye Candy back in the ring. Maybe not this season, next season, but in 2020 for the TV tapings. It might be happening in January or February, but hopefully we see her back in the Wild Wing sooner or later. Now the next match we gotta talk about is Stephy Slays and Abilene Maverick. The match that we wanted to see for the longest time. Not Tessa Blanchard versus the Beast. This is the match. This is the match we wanted to see for the longest time. Since 2017, we wanted to see Stephy Slays finally slaying, no pun intended, Abilene Maverick. But seriously, this was a match that we wanted to see for quite some time, ever since we've seen Abilene Maverick bullying Stephy Slays. But before that match happened, we had the debut of Teal Talks featuring WoW's newest superhero, Teal Piper. That's right, folks. Teal Piper, the daughter of the late great Hall of Famer Roddy Piper. She made her official debut on WoW. She didn't wrestle, but she did interview interview Stephy Slays, and she pretty much trying to like pretty much roasted her, pretty much trying to get under her skin, saying that calling her an annoying goody two shoes, calling her win against Disciplinarian a fluke because apparently Disciplinarian was sick that day, and Stephy Slade was not having it. I mean, she was like, you know what, I want to get to my match against Abilene Maverick. Please just leave me alone. She was just not having anything to do with Teal Piper at the comment that she made towards her. And before the match between Slay and Maverick, you had a video package of the history between Abilene Maverick and Stephy Slays, all the things that have been happening between these two, with Abilene Maverick spilling tea on Stephy Slays at a party, to Abilene Maverick faking to be injured to avoid any matches against Stephy Slays. That'd be a knee injury or a neck injury. Her attacking Stephy Slays backstage after she won the match against the Disciplinarian last season in the season one finale. It's just, this match was bound to happen sooner or later, and it would not be no excuses, no more talking, no more bullying from Abilene Maverick. So the match happens, and before the match even started, you have Abilene slapping Stephy Slays in the face, and the bell rings. Stephy Slays goes right at her and go with a look as press, just being a crap out at Abilene Maverick because he wanted this match for a long time. You don't even know how long she wanted this match, but you can tell by just having Stephy Slays going out after her, just kicking the crap out of her. She wanted to get a piece of Abilene Maverick, but Abilene, she took control of the match in the middle of the match, and she was working on of Stephy Slays, pretty much similar to what Jessie Jones does on a regular basis in her matches, as she is the submission specialist. And they mentioned a match between Abilene Maverick and Jessie Jones that happened years ago before the pre-Access TV era of WoW, which I believe that match is on YouTube. So check it out if you haven't watched it. You watch that on YouTube, or you watch it on WOWE.com, WoW superhero website. But anyway, I digress. The match between Abilene Maverick and Stephy Slays, it was a pretty good match. You have Abilene work on her arm, but later on in the match, Stephy Slays comes back and just goes at it, goes off on Abilene Maverick to the point that Abilene trying her best to just run away and trying to avoid facing her in this match anymore. But Stephy Slays was not having it. You have Abilene Maverick get ready to do a kind of suplex towards to Stephy Slays in the top rope, but Stephy Slays counters. She hits her and Kawana 1, 2, 3. Stephy Slays finally beats Abilene Maverick in a match, and I cannot be happier for her. I mean, yeah, this is only her second win in WoW, but come on, let's give this win to Stephy Slays, because she earned it for being bullied by this woman every chance she got. Every chance Abilene got, she bullied her to no end. So congratulations to Stephy Slays for slaying, again, no pun intended, by slaying the bully that is Abilene Maverick. And unfortunately for all you Abilene Maverick Barbie hating fans, this just happened to be the final match from Miss Abilene Maverick / Barbie Hayden, as she announced her retirement for wrestling later on after the WoW tapings of this season. So Sorry for all you Abilene Maverick fans, if there are any. But yeah, Barbie Hayden is retired from professional wrestling. She's doing shows in Las Vegas now. So hopefully we see her back in the ring again. But I highly doubt it. But keep on doing your thing, Barbie Hayden, in your shows in Las Vegas. And now let's get to the main event of the evening. Wild World Championship match. Tessa Blanchard versus the Beast. The wait is finally over. No more ducking. The Beast is finally happening. The Beast getting her first opportunity at the Wild World Championship, and this is a match that reminded me so much of a Brock Lesnar match, and not because I'm comparing. I'm not trying to compare the Beast to the Beast incarnate and Brock Lesnar. It's like when I watch this match, it's like watching Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. And yes, I'm naming matches from the Survivor Series, and Survivor Series is tonight. What I'm trying to say is this: this match between Tessa Blanchard and the Beast was so similar to that, and it may not be better than those two matches I named, but it was similar to this because you have a small chick like Tessa Blanchard going up against a mountain level woman of the Beast, and the game came out there and had 8 minutes worth of just pure magic, just like you seen from that Brock Lesnar against any other little guy in wrestling, like AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and tonight he gonna be going against Rey Mysterio for the WWE Championship at Survivor Series. I mean, this was a pretty damn good match between the Beast and Tessa Blanchard. I mean, another great match, another great title defense from Tessa Blanchard. We've been seeing a lot of great matches from Tessa throughout the season. Well, Reyes, Serpentine, Zone Girl, the Lioness, and now the Beast. This was a really good match. To close the moments of the match, you have Tessa Blanchard going for the buzzsaw DDT, but the Beast counters. Tessa goes for the Hurricane. The Beast catches her, set out powerbomb. 1, 2, 3, and we have a new WoW World Champion, and her name is the Beast. This is a moment that we wanted to see for ever since the closing moments of season 1 finale. This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a face-off between the Beast and Tessa Blanchard for the WoW World Championship. Ever since the Beast helped Tessa become world champion. Ever since the Beast had so many chances to becoming the number 1 contender, but so no contest to DQs, so many obstacles get in the way for her opportunity to become a world champion. And now she is the WoW World Champion by defeating one of the best women's wrestlers in the world, and I couldn't be more happier for the Beast. I mean, she earned it. I mean, she went from being a bodybuilder to going to WoW, not knowing anything about wrestling, but she comes in, becomes a pro, and just like that, and she becomes the WoW World Champion, defeating Tessa Blanchard, perhaps one of the best women's wrestlers in the world in the past 4 or 5 years. I mean, you cannot say anything bad about that. But congratulations to the Bees. Congratulations to Fire and Adrenaline to become the new WoW World Tag Team Champions. And congratulations to everybody involved with Season 2 of WoW Women Wrestling. And hopefully we see more excitement, more great matches, more great storylines in Season 3, second half of Season 2, whatever you want to call it, of WoW Women Wrestling next year in 2020. In the wintertime, I believe it's going to be airing on January or February. I'm not really sure. But let me know down below what you think about WoW Women Wrestling Season 2. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, tap the bell on the YouTube app, you miss any of my videos. Make sure you go follow WoW Women Wrestling on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at WoW Superheroes. Go to the Wild website at WOWE.com and make sure you vote to see where you want to see Wild wrestle for their fall tour happening in 2020. Vote for it for your very city or your hometown on wild.info. And no time limit, no deadline to vote. You can vote anytime. And until then, I'm not gonna HR Black. I'm out.